Hi everyone, it's ThdØ again. I call myself a YouTuber, so I feel the need to upload some videos from time to time. So in today's video, I would like to share with you some main reasons why I choose to study French on my own. And I think this video can be useful for your studies as well. Maybe you are a person who doesn't like to study with others, or a person who doesn't have much money to spend on a language course, or you simply prefer the feeling of making progress on your own. So let's get started. So for your information, it's been nearly 7 months since I started to learn French again. And to be more specific, I started to learn French again on the 1st of December 2022, and today is the 19th of June 2023. So I have to admit that learning a foreign language by myself is challenging sometimes because I have nobody to correct my mistakes or to encourage me when I'm frustrated. But luckily, I already succeeded in mastering one foreign language before, which is English, so I know exactly what to expect during my journey to become fluent in a foreign language. I tell myself that, yeah, you can feel frustrated, you can feel down sometimes, but the important thing is that you keep going, keep making effort on a regular basis, and you will reach your target someday in the future. So I'm sure about that 100%. So you might be surprised, but the first reason why I choose to study French on my own is that I don't have much money to spend. Last year I bought my own house and it cost an arm and a leg, of course, because houses are so expensive in big cities like Hanoi, Da Nang or Ho Chi Minh City. I could afford that house with the help of my sister, but over the past 12 months I need to pay my debt every month, and I don't have much money left in my bank account. So, when you don't have much money, you are not willing to spend 10 or 15 million Vietnam dollars on a language course. And so I just ended up studying French by myself that way. The second reason that makes me learn French by myself is that I have to go to bed early. It may sound a little bit weird to you guys, but let me explain. As a person who suffers from depression and sleep problems over the past decade, I have to be very careful with my routine. Going to bed early is actually a command from my doctor, and I have to follow it very carefully. So in general, I go to bed between 9 and 9:30 p.m. and I'm not allowed to use any electronic devices after 8 p.m. in order to avoid blue light, which can have a negative impact on my sleep. And the problem is that all of the French courses that seem interesting to me continue until 10 and 10:30 in the evening. So if I registered for one of those courses, I would need to stay up late, I would need to use electronic devices, and my health would suffer. I know for certain that being able to speak a foreign language well is a great thing, but I'm not willing to sacrifice my well-being for fluency in another foreign language. That is a full bargain because my health, my mental health, my well-being, my physical health are my priorities. So those are my first priorities, and I'm not willing to sacrifice any of these things in order to be fluent in French. The last reason is quite a sensitive topic, but I've decided to tell you guys the truth anyways. In my case, unfortunately, I've met so many incompetent and irresponsible teachers that I'm no longer willing to spend any time or money attending any other classes. I know there are good teachers out there, but in my case, I just don't have the luck or the opportunity to find them. I think over the past 10 years, I've attended at least 20 French classes, and the majority of those classes were terrible. Lessons were not well prepared. Teachers were not well prepared for their lessons either, and they were not making any effort in teaching or delivering the knowledge. I felt so bored, I felt so demotivated, and I felt like I was wasting my time and money in those classes. The worst was that I was losing my interest in learning. Now, as I've got older, I've become wiser, and I choose to be totally responsible for my own studies.